Alright, now let's start building the remaining bottom part and the footer. So we'll head back to the Elementor editor. We need again 2 column section with 2 columns. We will copy and paste text from here, and I will use heading, paste it, keep it h2. It's left aligned, so that's alright. We need to add break tag, that's HTML break tag. Now what I'm going to do is copy from here and paste the styles. Alright, so it copied the whole style of this font and pasted here. We just need to fix the font size. Let's drag it from here. It's 50 and the line height is also 50, so I'll make it 50, and obviously it's left aligned. To give some padding, I will click on this item and unlink the values all together, and it's left. So let's make it 30 pixels, not 300. Make it 60, probably 60. Let's see, no more, make it 100 then. That seems fine to me. Alright, we need to give some spacing between the sections. For that, I will select this edit section option and give some margin. 100 will be enough. Yep, seems fine. Update. Again, we have this 2 column text. I'm going to copy this inner section. This time I will paste it here. Now let's copy text and paste. I will delete this, copy the other part of the text and simply add text editor, paste it there. Alright, font color is, I think, the same. Is it this or a bit more lighter? This text isn't copied right. Let's do it again. Alright, we need to decrease the width of the columns. First of all, we will increase the column gap, and then we'll give some padding like 30 pixels, 60 pixels from the right, 80 pixels. Let's reduce some column gap, extended or default. I'll keep it default. Alright, again we need to give spacing on the top, so the same thing, simply copy the element and paste it. It's it's pasted at the bottom, so I will just drag it on top of the main column. Now seems too much for this section. We can reduce its height to about 300 or probably 200. Let's see if this seems fine. Perfect, seems very good. Alright, now the footer part. This part we are going to work on. Let's head back to WordPress dashboard, appearance, customize, footer section, footer widgets. Now it is giving us the layout of footer widgets. So in this free version we can only have 4 footer widgets. We cannot customize it as per our need, because if you see we need 3. It gives us 4 and there is no option to modify it in the free version. But if we have Astra Pro, then we must have more options available. So let's do it. First thing first, let's figure out the color. Let's figure out the color of this bar. BF 1 pixel border with a color value of BF. Perfect. Alright, now we need to change the footer color of this area. Copy the color from here. There is another way that I would like to show you to get the color values. If you are using Chrome, then you can install this extension called Colorzilla. Click on it. It will simply give you eyedropper and you can click and copy your color value, paste it. The color of the content is white, so title color will be white, and then text color will be publish. Now we need to add widgets, so we will close this, go to appearance, widgets. We need 4 widgets. Footer widget area 1. What we have here is simple text, so we can add HTML text like this, call it title, and say got a project. Let's talk, save it, and let's see what we get. Got a project, let's talk. The font size is pretty small. We'll see if we can increase it from the customizer menu. The next is menu item. So in the footer widget area 2, I'll add navigation menu, primary menu, save, and in the third I will copy and paste custom HTML. Alright, save it. Let's see what we got so far. Perfect. Now we need to remove this, but before that, let's take care of this heading. Head back to extra option or customize, footer settings, footer widgets, content. Oops, we do not have font size option here. So now we will use some CSS to modify this free version of theme as per our requirement. This section allows us to add additional CSS to modify our site. So to do that, first I will need to know the class or ID of this element. So it says custom HTML2 widget title. I will copy this. Since it's an ID, so we need hash before ID and then the ID name, and widget title is the class. I will copy that and paste with a leading dot. Alright, we cannot do it this way because both the classes are on different elements, so we need a space in between, and I will add the property of font size. Now let's see what it does. 30 pixels. Let's get the value from here. 50 pixels. 50 pixels. Since we have 4 footer widgets, we need to get rid of one, the last one. So to do that, I will go back to the preview and let's select this footer widget, footer advanced widget 4. Alright, copy the class and dot, then footer class, then I will add CSS property of display with the value of none. That's removed now. Now still all the columns are same width. To do that, I will use this same class like this because it's like 1, then 2, then 3. Alright, then I will give it a value of width 33% each. Perfect. Now this footer area, we need to reduce the width of the footer section. Since we are using the free version of Astra theme, we do not have any option in the theme to customize the width of the footer section. So for that, I will go to the preview page, right click on the page and then click on inspect. Once we are there, we need to grab the class or ID of the footer area. It says site footer. I'll copy this. Then in the CS editor, I will use this class to target footer area. Max width 1240 pixels. Right now I will give it a margin of 0, which means top bottom 0 margin, and right and left will be auto. So it centralizes the whole footer area. Let's preview it. Okay, now for the content part of the footer, we need to centralize this and then right align this, right? Again, we do not have any option to customize in Astro free theme, so let's right click in the page, click on inspect, and then we will look for the classes of the columns. So this is the first column, second, third, and fourth one is we have already set as display none, so it's hidden. And we have these 3 columns, so this is 2 and this is 3. What I will do is I will add a class, because we have already targeted these 3 columns, 1 2 3, we have set their width, right? So I will add a class of display flex. Now these 3 columns are flex item, so we can easily target their children item. So this has one direct children item which is called nav underscore menu dash 2, right? Now to this footer advanced widget 2, so footer adv widget 2, I will copy this class because I want to give it separate value, paste it, and then I will say justified content center. It centralizes the content within the column width, like in 33% it centralizes this content. If you want to see if it really worked, simply publish it, refresh the preview page, and you see this entire the high outline, the blue and green box shows the entire column width, and then the content is there. If you wonder that why not we can do text align center, this is what text align center does. It centralizes the text, not the content in the column. So I'll keep it that way, uncomment this. Now the other column is the third one, copy this, and since I want to give it a different value, so I will say justify content flex end, so it moved it to the end. Alright, publish this, let's take preview. Alright, this is now aligned, right? Now we will do the header part. For the header part, we will right click on header, click on inspect, and then we will see where it has background color of white. So it says main dash header dash bar color white. We can try changing it, yes. So if I make it transparent, see the background color is gone. So I will copy this class, or I can copy this whole, paste the block here, just remove this as I do not need this here, publish, and see we've got our transparent header. Now we need to add an image. The image, this background image I need to add. To add the background image, I will go to Elementor, page editor. I will click on, let's click on edit with Elementor. Okay, you remember I showed you the settings in the Elementor editor. Style, I will choose background, upload a file, this one. Let's use this one. set the position and repetition to no repeat, position top left, and size will be auto. Collapse this, and we've got the background. The background quality is not good, so I will choose this one. This is like 423 KB and this one is 271 KB. So let's try with this one. Keep the same settings and see, this is a better quality image. Update it, and now let's preview it. We've got our website designed. Okay, so for the menu colors, we do not have any option in Astra free version to customize the color. So I will simply right click on the menu item and grab the primary menu ID. Let's say ID primary menu, and color white. It isn't working because we need to target it properly. Primary menu, list item, and then the anchor tag. And let's add an mouse hover class to it, or let's just add it on the anchor text. So let's see. Okay, this is how it looks. Now for this section, let's right click, inspect, and copy this class, text widget, paste it here. Since both the classes on the same element, so we will remove the space and add a dot. Then font size will be 11 pixels and color darker gray. Okay, this color I assume can be changed from footer bar. Yes, so content color will be alright. Publish. Let's preview. But you see, in the footer section, this also has affected. This is not because of this happened because of the CSS we used here. So we need to make sure that we only target this part. I believe this part has the same ID class. Yep, so these two have the same class. Let's target it with this probably. Like, okay, copy this, copy the ID, paste the ID here. Alright, add the space, and now change the font size. Let's preview it. Alright, Our first home page is done.